boys and girls. Today our social studies lesson is going to be about voting. Voting is a way that you make a choice. We're going to learn how to demonstrate voting as a way of making choices and decisions, okay? Have you ever voted for anything?
Yeah. We voted when me and my sisters, our mom asked if we wanted McDonald's or Zaxby's.
Yeah? And you and your siblings raised your hand and voted to see what won?
Yeah.
Which one won?
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's. What did you vote on? Maybe something like that? Where you wanted to eat, or if you wanted some candy or something?
One time we voted if we were going to go to Taco Bell or Haddock's.
Oh, yeah? Yep.
One time, my sisters and us, we voted for if we wanted Jolly Ranchers or gum.
Oh, yeah. So you voted on candy. So you kind of have the idea of voting. Well, this week, boys and girls, your parents voted for something really big in our country. Does anybody know what was voted on?
For the President of the United States.
That's right. They voted for the President of the United States. And when you grow up, you'll be able to vote on something like that too. We're going to review some vocabulary words with voting. You know, earlier in the week, we read the book, Duck for President. You guys remember that? Duck was tired of doing the farm stuff, or the farmer being in charge, so he decided to run for president of the farm, and then he decided to keep going. He was going to run for governor and all that. We've read that book. So this week, you're going to be voting on a class pet, and it's which pet should our class get? All right, and let's look at the candidates for the pets. So, we're going to choose between a fish, a turtle, or a hamster, okay? There's the book we read, Duck for President. All right, so this is some of our vocabulary words. Voting, a choice that is made by counting the number of people in favor of each candidate. So, in the United States this week, on Tuesday, all of the American people that were registered to vote, please sit in your seat, got a chance to go and vote. And all of those votes were counted. Election is a process that is done by counting the number of people in favor of a candidate. And then a ballot. Your parents were able to use a ballot and have the different names on there. This is just a sample ballot. It says Duck or Farmer Brown because that's the book we read. And a ballot is a document listing the all alternates or candidates that is used in voting. Okay? All right. So we're going to vote, instead of putting it in a little ballot thing, we're going to vote just by raising our hand on what pet that we want our class to get. So, yes, Addie J.
Is voting important?
Voting is very important because that's a choice that you make and a decision you make. And this week, the choice that your parents is having to make is on the President of the United States, and that's very important. And you can vote on different types of things. There was some amendments that they voted for. There was some Senate seats they voted for, and all that, and that helps run our government. So voting is really, really important. Any other questions? Any other questions? Yes. You're not sure? Okay.
Where will we put our class pet?
Well, we'll decide a spot. Once we vote, we'll decide a spot for it. Okay, so raise your hand if you want our class to get a fish. Okay, so no votes for a fish. Raise your hand if you want our class to get a turtle. Oh, 2 for a turtle. Raise your hand if you would like for our class to get a hamster. All right. Well, it looks like that our class will be getting a turtle. So, if for some reason we can't find a turtle or something like that, then we will get a hamster because the hamster come in second. Okay? So we'll get a hamster. Well, we better get the turtle because that's what won. Okay. Good job, boys and girls.
I'm in real life.